What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I hope you like this video. This is a retro review. I know it's been a while, but I told you guys I was going to try to keep going up. So this is A Different World Season 4 Episode 6. No, Season 4 Episode 7. Season 4 Episode 7, y'all. I got to get myself together. This is the episode that we've all been waiting for. So we start this episode off. We have Whitley. She is on the balcony professing her love for Dwayne. Jaleesa is telling her, listen, let it go, leave that man alone. He got a woman. They are celebrating their anniversary. And I don't even know how you got invited to the party, but nonetheless, girl, get it together. Dwayne is asleep on the couch. We find out that Dwayne is restless. He's having nightmares. He can't sleep. His mom calls him, the great Patti LaBelle calls him while he's having his nightmare, and he's talking to her, and she's like, are you okay? What's going on? And he was like, nah, Mom, I'm good. And she was like, Chipmunk, you don't sound like you doing good. And he was like, nah, Mom, all right. Just haven't been sleeping good. And she asked about Keanu, and, he tells her Keanu's cool, and Whitley's cool, and she was like, whatever, I ain't asked you about no Whitley. Whitley crazy. You know how I feel about Miss Whitley. So Ron comes in. Dwayne got Ron's boxes over his head, and he's sitting in the drum. And Ron is like, Dwayne, what is going on with you? Like, you look horrible. Like, what is going on here? And he's like, I keep having this dream that the room is a mess, and I can't, I'm looking for something. I can't find it. I open the closet, and Whitley's in there. And he was like, but I don't know what it means. And Ron was like, it means you need to clean up. And the house, like, their apartment is a mess. But y'all know their apartment be a mess all the time, child. And so Ron is like, listen, you know what your problem is. Your problem is Keanu. He said, you ain't been right ever since you kissed Whitley. And he was like, don't do that. Ron, don't bring it up. Don't talk about that. Like, we gonna pretend like that didn't even happen. And he was like, no, I'm serious. Like, you've been tripping ever since, you kind of went down that road. So, he said, so that's when he made the comment about Keanu. And Dwayne was like, I thought you liked Keanu. And he was like, Keanu, all right, but, like, she's always here. Like, she never goes home. So, like, and of course, in that moment, who comes in the door? Keanu. And she's fussing with Dwayne about why did he invite Whitley to the party. She was like, listen, Whitley wants you. Like, that Whitley is always causing some problems whenever she's around. And I don't want her there. This is our day. We're celebrating our 6-month anniversary. Now, I don't know when people started celebrating 6 months, but I guess it's a milestone, child. And I don't want her there. And Dwayne is like, Whitley's my friend. We invited everybody else. I didn't want her to feel bad about not getting invited. So, yes, I invited Whitley to the party. So, Keanu and Ron start getting into it, child. They start going back and forth, and back. She's snapping at him about he need to clean up the apartment. He's snapping at her about, well, you could go stay at your own place. And she says, and y'all need to get a maid. And she's saying it like it's Ron's job to get a maid. Like, Ron and Dwayne don't live together. But she fussing at Ron about the house being a mess. I'm like, your boyfriend is 50% of that mess, ma'am. So after they get the fussing there, she just got smart with Ron. Well, child, I don't know. They got smart with each other. She gonna be like, well, I don't think he likes me. And Dwayne's like, oh, no, he likes you. He doesn't mean it. And I'm like, yes, he does. He mean all of that. So anyway, we get to the party. Everybody has black and white. The color theme was black and white. It looked really nice. They down at the pit, honey. Everybody's dancing, and it's a packed house. I mean, it's her friends, it's his friends, and everybody's having themselves a good time. And Whitley comes in and with a fur coat, baby, and Whitley got on a red body dress. Okay, it is cute. It looks good on Whitley, and of course, all the guys are looking at her, including Dwayne. And I was like, Whitley, you're wrong because you walked up in there in that red ass damn dress and that white mink coat. Now the white mink coat was fine because the mink coat was white, red, black and white. But of course, her and Dwayne get to talking, and Keanu comes over and pulls Whitley away pulls Dwayne away so they could take a picture. Now she doesn't invite Whitley to be a part of this picture, but of course Freddie is taking the picture. and they're all together, Jaleesa, Freddie, Kim, Dwayne, whatever. And Freddie is like, something's off. I don't know. I just can't. It's not balanced. I need something. And Freddie throws the alley oop to Whitley, and Whitley slam dunks the ball. She said, Whitley, get in this picture. I need a pop of color. So Whitley, she ready for it. She gets in the picture, and she Keanu steps on her foot and is like, oops, my bad. And then Whitley makes a comment about Keanu's nose, and then it's just a mess. And Dwayne is like, take the picture. Take the damn picture. Take the picture. Like, he's like, if you don't hurry up and take this damn picture. So when they get done taking the picture, Jaleesa pulls Whitley aside and tells her, listen, girl, stop. Stop. Like, give this up. Stop it. So Whitley goes outside, and she's upset, and she sees Ron. And, she's like, what you doing out here? He was like, the same thing you doing, avoiding the same person you avoiding. And she was like, I don't know, that Keanu, and she's really upset or whatever. And he says, well, I have an idea. He was like, how would you like to clean up Dwayne's life and basically get on Keanu's nerves at the same time? So he hires Whitley to be the maid. So the next day, Dwayne is sleeping, and again, he's having this nightmare. And Whitley comes in this French maid's uniform, honey, with this short skirt and stiletto heels and them black stockings, honey. I said, go on, Whitley. You know what you're doing, girl. You know what you're doing. And he wakes up, and of course, he's like, the answer's in the closet. The answer's in the closet. And of course, Whitley was in the closet because she was cleaning up. And he loses it. He's like, oh my gosh, Whitley, what are you doing here? And before she can really answer him, Keanu comes in the door. So he pushes Whitley in the closet, and he's like, hey, Keanu, what you doing here? And she was like, what you mean what I'm doing here? Like, what's the problem? Why you acting funny? And Whitley is like, Dwayne, get me out of here. So of course, now Dwayne is standing in the middle, and he's like, what are you doing here, Keanu? Keanu's like, what is she doing here? Whitley's like, I'm the maid, and here come Ron. Ron was like, yeah, you told me that we need to hire a maid. So I hired a maid. Whitley is our new housekeeper. And Keanu was like, yeah, okay, I see what y'all doing. Y'all got jokes. So Dwayne pulls Ron in the hallway, like, I need to talk to you, bro. Like, what's going on here? I need to talk to you. Pulls him in the hallway, and while he's out in the hallway fussing, who come up the steps? Mama, Miss Patti LaBelle. She's like, listen, I heard, he's like, Mom, what are you doing here? And she was like, because I could hear it in your voice, something was wrong with my monk chip, and when something's wrong with my monk chip, then I got to show up and see what's wrong and check in on my monk chip. And she got that damn prune cobbler, child. Listen. That damn prune cobbler. A part of me almost wants to taste prune cobbler. Her prune cobbler. But moving on. So, while they're outside handling this, of course, Whitley and Keanu are inside. And, Keanu was like, Whitley, why don't you just leave us alone? And, she was like, Kemosabe, I don't know what you're talking about. She was like, Keanu, my name is Keanu. So they get to arguing. And just as they're arguing and she's telling Whitley, leave him alone. Why can't she leave him alone? Dwayne comes in, and Dwayne's like, Keanu, guess who's here? And she says, I hope it's not another maid. And of course, it's his mama standing there. And y'all remember, hell, Whitley thought she was the maid. So we right back where we started with the whole maid thing. And Keanu, of course, is embarrassed. Whitley is grinning from ear to ear. Ron is grinning from ear to ear. And Dwayne is just mortified. So Keanu was like, oh, Miss Wayne, it's so nice to meet you. Please let me make you some lunch, blah, blah, blah. So she prepares like a traditional, Asian meal, Japanese meal for her, Dwayne, and Whitley is the maid serving them, child. The food is nasty. So Whitley offers them some tea, and of course she offers everybody tea except for Keanu, child. Then they're sniping back and forth, right? They're sniping back and forth at each other. You know, Whitley making a little shot at Keanu. Keanu making a shot at Whitley. Miss Wayne is looking at it like, this is ridiculous. Dwayne is just like, I don't know what to do. Like, this is crazy. And then it's time for dessert. And so Whitley was like, well, let me get the prune cobbler. And Keanu was like, no, let me serve it. And Whitley was like, let me do it. It's my job. I'm the maid. Keanu was like, I'll do it. And baby, they dropped the cobbler on the floor. Well, baby, Mama Wayne is not here for it. She is pissed. She gets up, she leaves, and she tells Dwayne, I'm getting up out of here, and if you smart, you're going to come with me. So they get in the hallway, and Dwayne is, and she's like, Dwayne, what the hell is going on? Like, I have never in my life seen two women fighting over a man before. They are really ridiculous. And he said, Ma, I don't know what to do. Like, I don't know. And she was like, listen, you need to figure it out. Now, so while that's going on, Keanu and Whitley, I don't know why they keep leaving them alone in that damn apartment, but they in the apartment again, and they fussing, and Dwayne, and she's like, you know, Whitley, you're fired. Like, you are fired. Y'all know that. That's the famous line. You are fired. No, first she said that. She said, my name is Keanu. Because she's done called her everything but Keanu. Any word that starts with the letter K, she has called her, okay? And then she tell her she fired. So Dwayne comes in there. He's like, Whitley, go home. I need to talk to Kemosabe. So they sit down to talk, and she's like, Dwayne, I don't want her around anymore. And listen, Keanu ain't wrong. Let's be clear. Keanu ain't wrong, because I don't think there's any woman that would be cool with their man being friends with Whitley in that situation. Whitley, it was clear that Whitley wanted Dwayne, and it was clear that Whitley was willing to cause problems and nitpick to create an issue to break them up. I don't have no problem with my man having female friends, but it can't be her. You know what I'm saying? And so she wasn't wrong for saying, listen, I don't want Whitley a part of this anymore. I don't want Whitley around. He was like, she said, you know, he was like, well, you can't do that. And she said, he said, you can't fire Whitley. She was like, I fired the maid. And he was like, Whitley is my friend. She said, you know what? Don't even worry about it. I don't have to sit here and wait for you to fire me. I quit. And Keanu gets up. She picks up her purse. She goes out in the hallway. And, of course, Whitley was listening, child. And she tells Whitley, she says, Whitley, you know, goodbye. She tells Miss Wayne, it was really nice to meet you. Miss Wayne then went and found a vacuum cleaner from Mr. Gaines' child. And she's telling Whitley, this is a vacuum cleaner. I need you to use it. And Whitley was like, yeah, I don't think that I need to go back in there right now. I'm gonna just go ahead and go home. You might want to go talk to Chipmunk, you know. So so Mama Wayne comes back in there, and she tells him that she got a spare cobbler for him. And he's telling her, he was like, listen, what is wrong with me? I had an intelligent, you know, beautiful, you know, ride or die, and I screwed it up. He said, Whitley is annoying, and she's this and she's that. He was like, but I love having her around. Like, I love having her around. And, you know, of course, Mama Wayne was like, listen, baby, she said, you screwed up. You know, like, I don't have the answers for you. All I got is this good cobbler, and I can give you some mama loving, but you gonna have to figure this out for yourself. And that's pretty much where the episode ends, but we know where it goes from here, honey. So we are here for it. I know it's been a minute, but I'm gonna try to get us back on a regular rotation, child. But y'all let me know. And shouts out to my subscribers who asked for it, okay? Talk to y'all later. Peace.